So just a quick trade day recap. I wanted to go over a couple trades that I took that were losers. I'm down 2R for the day, and I'm done. I'm not going to trade anymore heading into the weekend. But we had obviously a very, very powerful overnight move. Came into the open market on a very, very, very bullish structure. We had kind of a break real high, and we started to pull back just a little bit. We hadn't pulled it back enough to really set my structure. This was an ill-advised trade. I was on a slightly higher time frame, so I was on a 20 flex Renko as opposed to a 10-point flex Renko, which is what we're looking at. And so this was basically a reversal candle that I saw. It had some delta to it. I went ahead and entered long, thinking that we were going to get a continuation to the high side. That obviously didn't play out. The reason why I say it wasn't a good trade at all is because really we were not at an area of interest where I would have expected, generally speaking, expected price to bump up. So looking at it now, there's a little bit of a distribution here where you'd say, oh, well, that would be an interesting area to long. But really, this distribution is formed on today's volume. So at the time, it really didn't look like that at all. So this was not an area of interest. It really wasn't a great place to take a long. So that's on me. I ended up applying my bracket order, and for some reason, it applied to one contract instead of five, which is interesting. I'll have to look into why that happened. But I lost an extra point or two when I realized that the trade was still hot with four contracts. I had to exit out. So there was two exits there as opposed to one. But that was my first R.1 or something like that. And then later on, I was waiting for this for structure to set, and I wanted it to dip down below the PDH and the overnight high. And the reason why I wanted it to do that is I wanted it to test and fail and break back above it, just to see if it had enough energy to gain acceptance back below these levels. And it did not. At the time, it did not have energy to get back above these levels. I had set a nice 22-point swing to the downside in an uptrend, and we flipped back above this key level of the PDH, the previous day's high. And so I went ahead and took a long. It danced around quite a bit. And then we had some really crazy volatility there. We had like a whole bunch of bulls step in, and then a whole bunch of bears step in, and it just kind of got back and forth and stopped there. It was up about 8 points. I really thought we were going to continue through to get that structural continuation, break this high, hit my target, and then do whatever it was going to do from there. We just seemed really, really bullish. And I felt as though we had that acceptance above the 600 level, which made me even more bullish. So to get down into these mid sixes, 6,000s, I should say, and find support, I just really felt good about this to the long side. It just didn't play out. We got all this volatility. We started to pull back. There was an order of about 600 contracts at 6,014.50 that was beneath me at the time, and I thought, oh, like this order here. A lot of times you see a monster order like that, and you'll start to see some pressure to the upside as that large participant decides, hey, this is my safety net order of 600 contracts, but I'm going to start buying here and start an acquisition campaign. And then as price was kind of pulling back, that order got rug pulled. And I knew the second that order disappeared on me that whatever aggressive participant that I thought was going to show up based on that big order, that safety net order, was no longer going to happen. And it did exactly as I thought and flushed right through my stop. So down to R. I did not get the structural continuation. We got a reversal, and so now structure is broken to the downside. If anything, I'd be looking for shorts. But I don't want to continue the damage heading into the weekend. I think I had a great week. I'm up about after this loss, probably about 18R in the week. I'd have to go back and count, but it's something like that. So it's been a really, really strong week, and I don't want to, further sort of ding that today. It's Friday. I don't want to have to think about it all weekend. So done for the day. Still a great week. I'm still super psyched about how things went this week, and looking forward to a break over the weekend and coming back next week strong. So if you're watching, have a great weekend. If you're watching in the future, thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you want to see more content like this. I haven't posted in quite a while, but I love doing trade reviews. I love doing live trade examples. I do it a lot in Discord with friends and with other traders that are interested in learning some stuff. But if you want to see more of it on YouTube, throw me a like, and I will definitely try to keep doing it. Take care.